Hey y'all, my name is Zaria. Today I'm going to be talking about my natural hair journey, how I went from relaxed hair to almost bra length natural hair in only 3 years. So if you would like to hear my tips on how I got my hair to grow that long, that fast, please just keep on watching. So for a little bit of background, I had relaxed hair from about ages 10 to 18. Then in freshman year of college, I made the spur of the moment decision to big chop and just start fresh. Um, so it's been about 3 years since then, and I now have bra length natural hair. Here is a picture of my relaxed hair in high school. Here is a picture of me right after my big chop. And here is my most recent picture of my hair stretched out. So my first tip for growing your hair is honestly to either keep up with your trims or cut it. My hair growth was very stagnant when I was relaxed, and I didn't know why, and now I know it's because I never wanted to get trimmed. After my big chop, my hair growth just took off, and I really feel like it's because I got rid of all that dead length. So my first tip is to make sure you're getting your hair trimmed almost every 6 to 8 weeks. And honestly, if you feel like you want a fresh start, then a big chop is the perfect way to go because it really is just a reset on your hair growth. My second tip is to use as little heat as possible on your hair. I always towel dry or air dry my hair. The only time I blow dry my hair is if I'm about to get a protective style, and even then I use heat protectant. So try to minimize the amount of heat you're using on your hair. Heat damage is just very avoidable, and it leads to a lot of breakage, and it's very detrimental to growth. So really just minimize the time with the blow dryer. Try to keep it on the lowest setting, or try to use it for as little time as possible, and always make sure you're using a heat protectant when you're using heat on your hair. My third tip is to utilize protective styles. They are so important because while your hair is in them, it's not being manipulated every day. It's really just being left alone to grow. And I personally feel like that's obviously when my hair grew the fastest and the best. So my favorite protective styles are like wigs, box braids, passion twists, anything really you can think of that's gonna keep your hair out of your way for about a month and just let it do its own thing is perfect. My usual go-to is box braids in the summer and a wig or a sew-in in the winter to fall. Obviously you can switch that out how you want. Side note, you really want to give your hair a good break in between protective styles. You really want to take at least a month off in between those styles. And while your hair is resting, really just make sure you're also using as little manipulation as possible. I usually keep my hair in like twists, braids, buns, just anything that's low in manipulation. I'll take it out usually once a week or so, and then I just put it right back up in its braids, buns, twists, unless I'm going somewhere. So really just using as little manipulation as possible on your hair is key. My fourth tip is to find the right products. I really feel like my growth was slow at first because I wasn't using the right products for my hair. I have very thick curls, and at first I was using a very thin and slippery leave-in that wasn't working. And I've come to find out that your leave-in and your deep conditioner are honestly the two most important products in your regimen. And if those aren't working for you, then I really feel like your hair growth is just kind of slowed and doesn't move as fast as it should be. So my holy grail deep or leave-in conditioner is the Cantu Shea Butter Leave-In Conditioner Intense Moisture. This is from the men's collection. I'm not sure what the difference is, but this comes in a darker can. The women's collection come in white cans. This is a very thick conditioner. As you can see, I've used up almost all of it, and it's perfect for making sure my curls are hydrated. When I used a thin conditioner, it felt like as soon as my curls dried, they were already dry. With this, I can really feel like long-lasting effects. My favorite deep conditioner is the SheaMoisture Raw Shea Butter Deep Treatment Mask. Again, very thick consistency, very chunky. My regimen for this is I will mix this with a little bit of olive oil in my hair, and then I will put on a plastic cap. I'll turn up the heat in the bathroom, and I'll sit in there for about 15 to 20 minutes with the plastic cap on, really just letting the heat make the product just really penetrate into my hair, really just get it good and saturated. I took a picture of the last time I did it, so I'll throw that in there for y'all. And I really feel like as soon as I rinse it out, it's just silky, smooth, soft curls. So those are my two go-to products. You gotta just really find what works for you. Sometimes it is trial and error, but I promise once you find them, you're gonna be like, okay, this is making so much sense. So my fifth and final step is a healthy diet and lifestyle. This kind of goes in opposition to taking like biotin supplements. I personally don't feel like I got any benefit out of biotin supplements for the hair on my head. Maybe the hair on my body was growing a little bit faster, but that's not what we're here for. So personally, I find that just making sure you're eating foods with biotin and omega-3s already in them is enough for healthy hair. My favorite foods with biotin and omega-3s are fish, especially salmon and tuna, sweet potatoes, eggs, and broccoli. All of those are gonna give you really good biotin and omega-3 levels, and I personally feel like that's all you need. You don't really need any supplements. Secondary to that is making sure you have some kind of stress outlet. Stress is very detrimental to hair. It can cause breakage and hair loss. So making sure you have a healthy stress outlet is very important, whether it's exercise, painting, singing, whatever. Just make sure you have it and you're using it very consistently to keep your stress levels low. So I hope these tips help y'all. Obviously, I have to put a disclaimer here that hair growth is really up to genetics, but I hope these tips help reduce breakage and in the long run give a little extra growth. I will see y'all in my next video, and I hope these tips really help y'all. Bye.